Alright folks, hello and welcome back to Downstage Gaming. I'm your host Josh, and this is part 8 of our Let's Play of Long Live the Queen. When we last left off, we had gathered our special crystal, stolen it from the treasury in order to fully have our magical girl transformation and start leveling up Lumen in the hopes that that will let us win the duel that basically is the real thing that ended our first run. And so we've just passed the Civil War, so we're in a decent place right now. It's just kind of a matter of continuing to level this up and hopefully have enough time to do that before our duel happens here. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and, we skipped the resist magic bit here for a little bit because I wanted to focus on not, naval strategy. Because the Civil War didn't have any aspect of naval strategy, but now we are going to have a good bit of that. So, and in fact, we're perfectly lined up for that to be our next thing anyways, so let's do naval strategy and resist magic. I guess my question, though, is there something better I could be doing besides military? I don't think, really, with the time we have left, there would be much... Like, I don't think we're gonna gain much from any expression at this point. The one I would, like, kind of maybe think about is, like, reflexes and flexibility and agility might not be bad to have, or, like, weapons. But, for now, let's keep this going, and then we'll go from there, because I really think this is the important thing, is leveling up the Lumen stuff. So let's keep it here, let's go. Alright, so we know all about naval strategy, but here we go. You gain innate resistance to light and dark. You can now see in the blackest caves and stare into the sun without going blind. Dang, girl! You learn to consciously project a magical shield around your body, blocking intrusion, a powerful technique, but you can't keep it up for long. You gain increased resistance against heat and cold, becoming comfortable in different weather and environments. God, I would love to have that. And be able to sip hot soup without burning your tongue. I mean, that would also be nice. Get some pizza without burning the roof of your mouth. That sounds okay. Alright, things have been so unsettled lately. Everyone's on edge. We need something cheerful. Again, status and praise has got to be the thing here. Because, again, I don't think employment's a good idea, and I don't want us to spend our money here. So, yep. We're gonna throw attorney. Someone on a whole duty is being lazy. Those flowers should be replaced. You can take... Okay, but... but that doesn't matter. We get our chocolates. Okay. Much as you love chocolate, we're too dignified to seem too eager. Someone's still gonna die, though, huh? Yeah, okay. Save it for later. Because that's gonna kill us. Oh, I wish someone did not. I wish there was some way for us to to not die from that. All right, so the main thing here is we want to stay willful. I don't think we're really gonna have time to do anything else for now. So let's visit the treasury, regain some willfulness here. All right, now I guess we're just gonna keep going, right? Hopefully we can finish off these bits before our time comes. So let's wield magic and logistics. Get those two going. Okay. You learn to direct a beam of searing light through the end of a staff, burning whatever you point at. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent, which panics, confuses, or enrages other people around you. Jeez. You learn to shape light into images of things that are far away, or things that don't exist at all. That all sounds pretty good to me. Alright, it's the week of the tournament. So, I think by doing nothing, we make it so that we don't actually end up in the duel with that guy. I'm not even sure if we would get dueled by him, though. We probably would, because he was mad about his mom and the whole Civil War thing, right? I also don't think we really have any of these in a place where we could really do well. So let's stick it at none. We'll deal with being depressed about that. That's fine. I'm not in this for the perfect ending. I'm in this to survive. I'm in this to become queen, you know? Alright, so... pretty good on everything there, so I think we could probably afford attending court here. Alright. Oh no! Oh no, we get too depressed. I didn't think that happened. Oh no. Okay. Oh god. My bonuses. They're less. Alright, I think we'll be okay though. I think this is gonna be alright. We'll do what we can to become less depressed in a second here. Our bonus is still pretty high. Oh, that sucks though that we're 0.4 away. Oh, but that's in strategy. I don't care about that. I do care about sense magic. Where's that at? Okay, a little bit less. Alright, that's fine. Okay, you learn to detect the latent power that signifies a lumen even when he or she is not actively working magic. And you expand your senses, learning to detect spells and magical creatures at a greater distance. Okay, father wishes to speak to you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming. Whatever. Okay, so ships, yep, so we got Shanjia coming. That's not great. Recruit soldiers for sure. Okay. If it agrees, it'll take some time for soldiers to mobilize. What about Xi'an? After I give up territory to them, they owe us a favor. Send them a message as fast as possible. If they accept your request, they may be able to provide aid. Okay, so we have more allies this time, I guess, than we did last time between our husband-to-be and Xi'an. Alright. I think we still want to stay in the capital. I mean, yeah, let's stay in the capital. I'm not actually sure if that will make much of a difference at all. Okay, so we need to become less depressed. And we could also afford to become a little more willful. So we're looking for... Yielding, lonely and cheerful, lonely and cheerful. Sneaking out actually might be for the best. Because that'll bring us up to willful without making us more depressed first. It'll just make us more lonely. That's probably for the best. Alright, there we go. Now we're back. Now we're kicking. Alright. So let's get resist magic going. And naval strategy. Both of those would be good to have. Alright. So you learn about the use of ships and transporting ground soldiers between locations. Yeah, we know all about that. Okay, learn how to quickly flare magical shields around you to deflect an incoming attack. This uses much less energy than a constant shield, but it requires good timing to be effective. You learn how to maintain a low-level deflection field so that magical attacks not directly targeted at you will slide harmlessly aside. This doesn't need much power, so you can keep it up for long periods of time. And you learn how to direct counter-offensive magic with your own power so that you can burn out a spell that someone else has cast. This is very dangerous if the other spell is too powerful. Okay, good to keep in mind. Danger on the high seas! Alright, your ships, but not Xi'an's. They did not see fit to respond to our request for aid. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Alright, so they greatly outnumber us. We do bad. the war does not go well. Okay, not shocking, given everything. Okay. I think let's just focus on just staying willful. I can't bother with my depression right now. Being willful is the most important thing. Alright. I think this might be our last turn here, though. We'll see. Can I... Oh, this might have been good. this might have been good to know last time. Well, whatever. Okay, let's do resist magic and wield magic, then. Sure. Okay. Okay, so you increase your skill and power. It gives you innate resistance to mind-affecting magic. That seems good. That seems important. And our understanding of the flow of power gives us increased resistance to damage caused by magic, even without a shield. You can still be hurt, but less than an ordinary human would be. Okay, nothing more about resist magic. And we learn to create a powerful explosion of light, burning those caught within and blinding others who look at it. Learn how to make use of images to wield your other powers at a great distance. Okay, we're queen of wielding magic and defending ourselves. Alright, so the invasion is proceeding. Diplomatic negotiation, yep. Almost no choice. Oh, interesting. Your fiancé, Duke Talarus of Sedna, has sent you a message. He does not personally command enough soldiers to turn the tide against this invasion, but his king in Talisay is eager to discuss a formal alliance. If you flee the capital now, you should be able to evade the army and reach the Talassian border. Okay, so I assume that this is basically like a different ending. So good to know, but I mean, we've prepared for this duel. We're gonna do this duel. We'll meet with the diplomats. Okay. Here we go. The current leader of Sanjia should be Queen Junko. Is this her Junko? Is this her husband or a usurper? Okay, so we know a bit more. And he's a lumen too. My dear young lady, how difficult this must be. You yearn to slap the full sympathy of his oily face, but you force yourself to remain calm. War benefits no one, don't you think? Your game by your rules for my life? That doesn't sound fair to me. The rules of formal dueling may have been passed down for centuries. And must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes. Why should I? If you refuse, then the war will continue. I can sense his power. It's so strong. I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have? Interesting. Alright, yeah, let's accept. Then I must. Okay, so Togumi explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of wards, which will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger. Well, you know what, that's nice. I mean, you know, he didn't have to do that. And then, it is time to begin. You trade attacks, one spell sensed and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might almost be exciting if your life weren't on the line. You need to end this quickly, before his experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard? Up close, he couldn't use his fancy spells, but what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win. You can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. I don't see why not. Perhaps you could focus your power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. That sounds good. I like it. Or maybe, if you could distract him somehow, you could cast a spell that he couldn't block? Magic sword seems pretty good to me. Motes of shimmering moonlight coalesce into a weapon in your hand. Uh-oh! Oh no! You lunge, but he ducks under your blade and rolls away. Before you can regain your target, he summons up a shield of red fire that surrounds him totally. Now, it ends. Fire shoots forward, devouring your vision. Well, dang. First of all, I probably should have saved. God dang it. Alright. So. Alright. So one thing is, we can stay willful. Another thing is, we know that we could just focus on lumen stuff if we need to, with 2 lumens. I could have us start learning weapon stuff too, instead of military, and focus specifically on swords. I think it was swords and reflexes that we failed. I think let's do that. Okay. As we come back into this, let's train swords along with the lumen stuff. We'll save right before the climactic bit, and we'll try the sword bit again. If that still fails, we can try the other option in that final bit. Let's do it. Alright, so we're gonna do swords and resist magic. Here we go. We might also want to change outfits, now that I think about this. Okay. So, we know everything's gonna happen here. Stats and praise for the tournament, that's what we want. We're gonna save that nice chocolate for later. Nobody died this time, though, so that was good, I suppose. Let's sneak out. Okay, now we want to stay with swords, and we're going to come down to wield magic. Okay. Day of the tourney, we're not going to compete. I guess we could have tried swords, but I don't want the duel with that other guy to happen too, so... We're pretty good on most things here, honestly. I guess let's just visit the treasury, just make sure we're just staying willful. Because again, we don't need anything else at this point. Okay. Stick with swords and come down to sense magic. Yeah. Alright. Oh, very nearly on sense magic. That's fine though. It's the other two that we're most concerned about. Okay, War with Sanji has begun. We're gonna stay in the capital. We're going to continue to just visit that treasury. just love making stops by the treasury, you know? Okay. Now we come down to resist magic. Yes. Okay. Okay, we're about halfway on swords, up to 80 for resist magic. Okay. War goes bad. So, this now is the bit that we should go ahead and save at. Then, the question is, yeah, I think we leave swords as what it is right now. And we finish with the 2 Lumen on resist and wield magic, because that's more important than anything else, I have to assume. So, resist magic and wield magic. Let's go. Does that get us up? Yes. 100 on... and 100. Good. Okay, good. So, now it's just a question of... well, we can also see this. I'm kind of curious. We saved. Let's see what happens. Gathering what equipment and money you can, you sneak out of the castle and flee into the east. Agents have said to meet you partway through the journey to give you aid and keep you safe until you reach Talisay. There, while the Sanjians loot your domain, you and the Duke of Senda will be married. Together, you can gather the power necessary to retake your throne, you hope. Okay. The reins and power slip through Elodie's glass. Nova would have to go on without her, but it doesn't have to end this way. Alright, what is this? Why have we become freaking Cinderella just because we're... alright, whatever. Good, you know, good to know. Good just to see. Alright, here we go. So, do that again. We want Lumen, resist magic, and wield magic. Max those boys out. Queen of Magic, here we go. Okay. Skipping. We're gonna meet with the diplomats. We see him. We're gonna accept his terms. Alright. We're gonna try Magic Sword again. Moves of shimmering moonlight coalesce into a weapon in your hand. Okay, so I wonder if reflexes comes into it too then as well. Okay, so... once again, we are dead. Alright, let's hope, then, that other one is one we can actually achieve, because otherwise, we might be screwed. Alright, so, load up this one. Yep. Okay, once again, Lumen, resist magic, wield magic. Yeah, God, I mean, if this doesn't work, I don't quite know where we're gonna be here. All right. Accept his terms. Dazzle him! Give him the old razzle-dazzle. All right, well, we got a success and a failure. You throw out a dazzling show of sparkles, hoping to blind him and seize the advantage. It doesn't work. Swirls of dark smoke rise to the floor at your feet, spinning around you like a black hurricane. You know you have to stop it, but how? It's all around you, and there's nothing to target. Faster and faster it spins, making it hard to breathe, until finally everything goes dark. God. Ah! Oh, this is... oh, God. So, I mean... I think what that means then is we're gonna have to come back here. And I'm gonna have to God, I mean, am I even gonna be able to do this? Okay, because this brings us all the way back to here. My God. This is a real nightmare scenario, folks. Okay. So right away, we're gonna need to start leveling up Lumen, which means being willful. Let's look up our old mood chart here in our guide. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so weapons, we would need to be angry to get the full benefit on that. And what's the other one that I want? Athletics, I think, because we want reflexes as well. What's reflexes? That's agility. Agility is afraid. Okay, so we would just need things that aren't subtractions. If we're willful, which lets us do Lumen, that's a non-bonus for weapons, so that but not a subtraction, so we could do that. And it's also for agility, so we could. So then the only question is, can we get out of the Civil War without really focusing on military at all? And I kind of have to assume we can't, right? Let's try it, I guess. Let's try going down this path and see where it takes us. So, all right, we're going to need agility, reflexes, and weapons, swords. Right now, what are those at? Okay, weapons isn't great. Is there something better I could be focusing on? I mean, because we focused on history here in the first round of this back during this time. I don't really think that's as important as I was hoping it might have been. Which means I think we've got to focus, yeah, on where we're at. Doing Lumen right now would be just as useless. So yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Reflexes, swords, done. And then we want to get... Okay, well, that doesn't even do anything, so that's not... Okay, wait, hang on. I just realized something. That was stupid. I mean, obviously it was stupid, but... let's pardon him. Oh, we not visit Giuliano in this yet? We haven't. Okay, that's probably why. Okay. So let's actually load that because that was dumb. What we actually want to do here is we should just do reflexes twice, right? Since we know we can do that. So that's reflexes and reflexes. Done. Okay. We can play sports now. Yay. Okay. Skip this. Execute him. I know it's going to go bad. Whatever. We get willful. That's what matters. Visit Juliana. We got it. Let's do it. We have our transformation. Okay. Still not willful. Weapons is still a penalty. So let's keep focusing on reflexes for right now. Doubled up on that. That increases skill until your other agility skills are 25 or high. I didn't know! God! Oh. This game! Do I just... Should I just start over? Is that where I'm at right now? Especially knowing what I know now. It might not be the worst idea in the world. Knowing that bit too, that you have to have them in 25 I wonder if there's another limit of that when you get higher. Because that's unfortunate if that's the case. Let's do this for the moment. Dang. Alright, well here's what's up. We're right about at time. I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna look into what I think our best bet is to have what we need in order to beat this darn magical man at his duel. One last thing before we go, though. One thing that I'm curious about. Go here. And we go these two. Okay, max those out. We aren't going to flee. We're gonna meet with the diplomats. Just out of curiosity, what happens if we refuse? My crystal is more important than my land, and I can never let you have it. Then you and your land will die together. Goodbye, little princess. For a moment, you fear he will blast you right then and there, but it seems that he still respects the truce. He and his delegation return to the army, where they will resume the attack. Your military strength is nearly exhausted. Utter defeat seems inevitable. What will you do now? Oh, interesting. My Lumen Crystal. That's what this war was all about. Everyone who's died. The Prince of Magic is... Sorry. I'm a big fan of the Prince of Magic, but also the price of magic is always blood. That doesn't matter now. We cannot allow the Royal Novan Crystal to fall into Shanjian hands. Well, what can we do? We don't have enough army left to fight him. You must flee. Leave the palace and disappear into the countryside. Alone? In a war? I will go with her. This king of Shanjia does not realize how deep the power of Nova runs. He may be Lumen, but he is only one. Given enough time to prepare, we can find a way to defeat him. Go on the run, while he destroys my land and my people in his search. As long as I have this crystal, he'll be after me. Let's try fleeing with Juliana? It's the only way. I have to abandon the castle to save the crystal. Father, I'm sorry. I've let you down. I won't let you leave. Not without me. I'm coming with you. I may still have a way to be useful. Come, we must move quickly. You will no longer be a princess. You must leave behind your crown, your tutors, and your pampered way of life. You may have to sleep in the woods, disguise yourself as a peasant, even murder those you meet to keep them from telling tales. That last one seems like a bit of a stretch. You can only hope that someday it'll all be worth it. Again, I don't really get the Cinderella art here, but okay. I guess real quick then, let's also take a look at if we do that, but we leave the crystal, just to see. Okay, resist magic, wield magic, yep, both of those are good. Okay. Okay, now, meet with the diplomats. Refuse! Meet with advisors. Remove your crystal. It would be a lot easier to hide just the crystal than to hide me, wouldn't it? It's too late for that. The crystal is bound to you. As long as I live, I know. Goodbye? Elodie, no! He grabs hold of your arm, shaking you slightly. You are the only thing I have left. I don't care what you've done. You are my daughter. I will not let you die. We're leaving here together, all of us. I'll look after you. I'll help you. There are still ways that I can be useful. Come, we must move quickly. It's the same. It's the same! Alright. Well then, folks, as I said before, I'm gonna look into this. We're gonna see what my best path for it is. It might be just to start over. Or it might be to pick one of those middle ones. We will see. I will take a look. I need to find out some more details about some of that skill stuff, as well anyways. So, until then, folks, we will hopefully get our quote-unquote true ending next time. Until then, this has been Downstage Gaming. I have been your host, Josh, and I will catch you all next time.